might not even have signed him. I don't.
We did. We signed someone yesterday, but I know.
His kid's saying he's as good as Scholes and all that.
What now? One day, right? You will abide by the very rules you told me when I first started appearing on your channel, even though this is your channel as well.
Oh, don't say it for the first 15 seconds.
And instead, swearing. He went to me. I did a video for it on his channel once, and he went, "Whatever you do, don't swear in the first 30 seconds, right?" And I was dead impressed with myself because I swore after 31 seconds.
Nice, well played.
That was really, but you just swear straight away. But it gives producer Ethan something to do. Uncle Webby's with us. It's our favourite. It's our favourite part of the channel when Uncle Webby comes and visits us and tells us some stories. What's been happening?
Can I get the comments on the screen?
What have you been up to? I'm not seeing you for.
Not
seen you for 3 days.
I've not a lot. I bumped into one of these lunatics at Wembley.
Right.
Mad Tommy. I'll show you the videos later. Unbelievable. Mad as a box of frogs.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Worse than Skip Rat.
Worse than Skip Rat.
Acid.
Worse than Skip Rat on acid.
Yeah. No,
right.
He's Tommy.
Mad Tommy. Think how mad, right? You've
Tommy Mullen. I can't say what his Instagram name.
To call you mad. Like,
I can't say what his Instagram name because I think you stopped me mentioning. It's called.
No, wait. Well, if he stopped me saying it, don't you can say it.
Right. Well, it's a small person Mullen.
Right. Okay.
If you get what I mean now.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I'm dodgy bullets. Yeah. When you're the least of my worries on this channel,
I think it was you, Steve.
That says it all.
Say that, Webber.
Hey, that says everything I need to know.
Right, I'm just going to keep on. I don't like going on my phone.
A small person.
Listen,
do you know what?
We're not going to be online forever. Just
forever.
Just
maybe not. But I'd like at least another week. I agree with you. We won't last forever. There's no chance of that. But can we at least get to deadline day?
Yeah.
Can we do that? You did really well there, Webby. I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
I'm proud of you. Edited yourself there. A small person Mullen is his name. So if you can read between the lines there, if you want to go and find him on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you bumped into him.
Oh,
mate, I can already see all sorts going on that phone.
Small, you know who else was with? You know Skunker? You must know Skunker. Skunky of MUFC.
Oh, right, I know what you mean.
Lunatic.
Yeah.
Absolutely bumped into them two at Borden Wood. It's the longest hour in my life.
Mad Tommy and Skunky.
Skunky, yeah. There's a Mad Tommy there, but look at Liam Frey's face on that. He's not impressed, is he?
No, he's not.
He's not impressed, is he?
He's gutted.
He's ill. Yeah.
Look at that.
That's an away game in Europe.
So this is shouting help.
That's the Mullen.
Right. Can we? I mean, is that what is that? He's got.
He's stuck in between those.
What's that contraption that's on him?
That's at the airport. Your trolley.
Oh, so he's got an airport trolley.
About 4 trolleys.
He's stuck in an airport trolley. Yeah. And he's also
United. He's singing United. Fair play to him.
He seems to be changed to some sort of railing as well.
Yeah, probably.
It's all happening for him.
From Eccles. Says it all.
M30 in the house. Hey, yeah. Seriously.
People out there, if you know
Liam Frey's hostage in one of those.
Yeah, that's a good point, that Stephen. Yeah. Why is Liam Frey hostage in one of those videos?
Not 19.
Because he's met the Mullen, hasn't he? The Mullen swarmed him after Fulham.
Bet he wish he was still 19, didn't he? After that.
I've got another one on here, Jay, if we can just get to it now.
Well played. Go on, you can't. This Webby, right? This is your show. Yeah, when you're on here, me and Steve, I'm just going
to go on my phone. Let me know if you need it.
Yeah, me and Steve, we're just like two plants.
So at Wembley. At half time, I didn't go up. I was talking to someone who.
Is this the Community Shield? Charity Shield, as we all call it, because we're all.
So Wembley, I don't know what it is. Is it £8 or £9 a pint?
Last time I had a pint at Wembley, Fergie was manager.
He's pouring pints over his head. Tommy, they're not his pints. What someone has paid. He's just picking random pints.
I bet they were loving that, weren't they?
Surprised he got out alive. Absolute mad as a box of frogs. Seen him outside Old Trafford about 1:45, 1 o'clock after the Fulham game.
Oh yeah.
He said he coming for the pint.
1:45?
Yeah, he coming for the pint. I went, not with you, Tom. I'd rather go and boil my own egg. Good night. And then that was last. But apparently that other picture they're showing of him, he was still drinking at 8 o'clock the next morning. But when he's had a drink, what a lovely lad.
You say that about everyone, Webby.
What a lovely lad.
You say that.
He's a chef. What a lovely lad.
Lovely lad. When he's not had a beer, solid.
Let him cook for me.
Yeah.
But what a lovely lad.
Yeah. When he's not had a beer, he's just a doctor in Hyde.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't let him cook for me, but he's lovely.
Yeah, lovely lad.
So anyway. We'll let him make me a meal because he might kill me.
No.
But he's get involved in the chat comments. Give us your questions to Uncle Webby. Loads of people buzzing your ear. Scott Ford Says favourite cartoon as a kid. Thundercats. Did you watch cartoons?
Yeah, on Kung Fu.
On Kung Fu.
Yeah.
All right, that's a bit before my time.
I actually got kicked off a local radio station by calling Jason Park on Kung Fu.
You did?
Yeah, they banned me.
Right, okay. Well,
Yeah,
we live and learn, don't we?
Yeah, we live and learn.
That's the certain things we do.
On Kung Fu,
okay,
number one super guy.
So now we learn.
Brilliant, loved it.
Yeah. Steve, did you have one?
Thundercats, mate.
Thundercats?
Yeah.
Thundercats was banging.
That was as good, I admit that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said, Andrew A says, what's a cartoon, Jay? Sorry, cartoon. How would you say it? How would you
What's
say
a what?
cartoon? Yeah.
Cartoon.
There's no T in cartoon.
No. Cartoon.
Cartoon.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't all be Oxbridge graduates. Cameron S says, afternoon, Jay, Steve and Uncle Webby. What are the odds you try one of the United quizzes on the Sporkle website? Maybe an idea for another brew. Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
We can do.
I'm up for anything, me, Steve. Between 4 and 5 on a Friday. Bring it on. Bring it on, and have to walk through Piccadilly Gardens. It brings me right back down to earth.
Did you?
Christ.
Did you have a good time at Wembley?
I'll never go to Charity Shield again in my life.
Why?
I had 2 kids either side me with those horns.
What aren't?
2 for the fiver, but obviously it's 2 for 50 quid at Wembley.
Yeah.
Blowing on me all
mate.
game.
No.
And the parents are stood there laughing.
Yeah, you have to have a word. Does mind him when.
Because I'm off the booze now.
Let the kids run right.
If I'm off the booze...
How long you been off the booze for?
9 months.
Really?
Yeah, 9 months.
Well done, man. Was that what was the reasoning behind that, if you don't mind me asking? Just between us three.
I had a bad night, got up the next morning, and I thought,
Must be a fucking bad night.
You had a bad night?
It was a bad night, Stephen. It lasted 2 days, and I thought... And to be honest...
bad night, it lasted 2 days.
To be honest... I've not missed it. That's the worst thing about it. Don't get me wrong, I do fancy a pint, but I've been good.
Right.
I had a bad night.
I had a bad night, it lasted 2 days. That's
2
the most
days.
Webby saying I think I've ever heard in my life.
I'm going
I
home.
sunk about 4 battleships.
We're in this together, son.
I think I sunk about 4 battleships that weekend. Christ's sake. Stalking the brick walls and everything.
We are.
And I thought, no, that's it now, off it.
So you've done
And
well.
I've been all right, but the one for me is, after next weekend's game, do I have a pint?
Yeah.
You know, it's Liverpool, biggest game of the season.
Is that
for
that's
everyone.
still the one in it?
Of course it is.
Do you know what I mean?
As soon as those fixtures come out, forget you sitting in
People
Arsenal.
try and get on it and say, "Oh,
Liverpool
like,
and Manchester United is the biggest game in Premiership history. It doesn't matter if we're bottom and they're second from bottom, it'll still be the most watched game.
Yeah.
Bring it on next Sunday. Can't wait.
Nah, I don't know, man. I'm glad to see you feeling confident, but I don't know if I quite share your confidence.
Confident, very confident.
Yeah, you think we'll do him?
I'm more worried about tomorrow than next Sunday.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Come on, I don't know if it was on here or it was
it'd be
on my
awkward,
channel. When we was looking for the centre forward when we got Vigors, I got shouted down. I said, go to Brighton, give him 3 million for Danny Welbeck, mint.
I will not argue with that.
Yeah, I don't think
mint.
this table's going to be much of an
No,
opposition.
you're not.
for you.
You're preaching to the choir on
Do you
that
know
one,
what
bro.
about it is? He had that bad injury time at Arsenal, didn't he? He was in and out, especially that last year.
Yeah.
Brighton, he looks mint, doesn't he? He looks
Man of the match
absolutely
last week.
mint.
Bagged a goal.
Man of the match against us last year, by the way, at Old
Football, That's
Trafford.
the top and bottom of it, and he's awkward.
Yes, and he'd fit for someone. If you
Keeping
want someone to
Ferguson out
play,
of the team, by the way.
exactly. But if
you
you
go.
want someone who's going to play 25, 30 games for you,
I've just seen a thing on there about a Swedish prison. I've not been in one of them.
you've not been in a Swedish
No,
prison.
no.
Have you? Right.
Is
Okay.
it co-ed?
I can't see. I've not got my glasses.
Webby's a proper OG. I can see that one there. Let's have a look at some of the questions. Send in some questions for Webby. Let
What
us
have you been
know.
up to this week?
What?
What have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to? I went on Sunday. I went up.
What's
Rivington
OG, by
Pike.
the way?
Original gangster.
No comment. You don't know.
I went up Rivington Pike.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was alright. Do you know what? I was thinking about you actually, which I know that sounds weird.
Where's that, Jay?
But we went up Rivington Pike and watched the sunset. And my missus said, "How does this compare to San Diego?"
Say fucking
Where's Rivington?
absolutely not
Where's
talent park.
that?
Steve fucking killed it. It was
Where's
amazing.
that? Is it on Merseyside on the way?
Rivington Park. What's your mouth? I'm not taking my kids.
No, I mean
Merseyside.
like
It's like Barry Way, isn't it?
Oh, is it
Bolton.
better?
You can see the Reebok, whatever it's called nowadays.
Is it Marconi? Or is it's about
No,
10?
it's something else.
I've
Yeah,
had about said more names than me. That ain't it on a night out.
the
What's your
Bolton
name?
Market
What's your
fucking-
name, George?
yeah.
And that's another story. But we'll
Yeah,
go
we've
on.
all had aliases. Yeah,
That was good, that, wasn't it?
yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good call.
No, it was. Because Steve had this thing. He was like, when we was in the US, he's like, "We're gonna go to I've got this beach in San Diego. I want to go to. I've been told about. I want to go there and watch the sunset." I'm like, right, okay, yeah.
What, a nudist beach, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No.
And hang on a minute. The Bolton Stadium's called
Tough Shit.
Tough Shit.
No, it's not.
Oh, you can't call your stadium the Tough Shit Stadium. Right, you cannot do that. And apparently Bolton Wanderers Stadium is called the Tough Shit Stadium. The Tough Shit Community Stadium. That's ridiculous.
Sold the soul there for a couple of mil.
They haven't they? The Tough Shit Community
I
Stadium.
reckon they got a couple of mil.
I think they got about 30 quid.
Yeah.
So we went up there, but you... when we was in San Diego, you said let's go and watch, and it was bizarre, wasn't it? Because it was like watching a sunset. This sounds so stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Did you take it like a packed lunch with you and all that?
Up Rivington Pie. Oh yeah, we took a round cake. Like it was.
Oh,
you know what got me on Rivington Pie?
Scotch eggs.
Yeah,
Scotch eggs. With
Scotch eggs, sausage rolls. We had a load of chocolate bars and all that, and cakes and little cakes and stuff. You get up to, you've been up to Rivington Pie, can't you? Probably been there this morning, you. But I know it's a hill, but there was like toddlers running around, right?
It's not a big hill.
I know, but still, like, and then the parents were at the bottom, and they were shouting at him, and I was like, bro, I would be having kittens in my like toddlers.
Especially nowadays.
They fall down there, and they're gonna hurt themselves.
It's not that you're worried about who's on the top if you're
and
at
then
the
there was
bottom.
a guy on a motorbike.
Especially in Bolton. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Yeah, there was a guy on a motorbike doing that. But it was like, but then we didn't actually see the sunset because the clouds came, so we saw half of it. Which, it was alright though. Plus, I was kind of relieved because I thought, I don't want to be going down this hill with my 3 kids in the dark. Because you've got to go right to the bottom of the car. We already got lost in the daylight. But yeah, when we was in San Diego, you wanted to go and watch sunset on this beach. We went there, and it was alright, wasn't it?
Good.
Pacific Beach, yeah. It was class. Like, I think someone said there's like 38 beaches in San Diego or something like that. Which
San Diego's elite, isn't it?
yeah,
There'd be one in Salford, company that'd be mint that.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine
all
a
it's
beach in
missing.
Salford.
I think it'd be
Just
chaos.
imagine a beach in Salford.
Genuinely,
I think it would be horrible.
I think it'd be chaos.
You'd go there once, right? You'd take the kids to the Salford beach once. He's like, oh, Salford's got a beach, fine, let's go. And you would never, ever go back there again.
Unless I grow on fucking Gaza Beach.
Honestly.
Probably won't go once.
Yeah, that's it.
I look at it
It'd
from
just
a
be
distance.
kicking off constantly, fighting, the old
Drugs,
Billy be there
weed, a lot,
constantly.
everything.
Yeah, drugs, all sorts. It'd just
Yeah,
be...
you can't park there.
Yeah, like, you know, people getting rocks from
Dylan,
them. Like,
come here, Dylan, you little...
people, people
Britney.
dunking it. Yeah.
What they all call on my street? Brittany and Dylan, the kids.
Brittany.
Come here, Dylan, you little man. You know what I mean? Clip round the head.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brittany's a common name around here,
it is in
isn't
Salford,
it? Yeah, it is in
can I
Salford,
say?
isn't it? Brittany.
Anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
recommend
Never mind.
that. Pacific Beach.
I love Salford.
Sunset.
You were very serene that evening, Stephen, if I remember. You were just like, yeah, this is a bit of me. This.
San Diego's got like a big military vibe on it. And
Yeah,
it's just
I
like,
think you were in your
I'm at
element.
home.
Yeah, you
Leave
were.
me.
I've never
Leave
seen-
me.
I don't think I've ever seen a man happier, right? than stay in San Diego. Me and him went to, where was it went to that day?
There's a beach in Berlin.
Oh, there's a beach. What's that place called? Oh man, why have I in a complete mind block? What was it called? That town we went to, me and you, and then the rest of the lads joined us later on that day in San Diego. What was it called?
Right.
I know this.
Oh, Coronado.
Thank you, Coronado. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we went there for the day, didn't we? And that's a very military vibe, but it was posh as well. It was weird.
It's like Alderley Edge with the world's best beach.
Yeah, it was.
I bet it's nice, that, isn't it?
Webby, it was unreal.
You been to San Diego?
When I had a look,
I'll tell you,
the cheapest houses.
Not been to Lower Ancoats.
Cheapest houses is about fucking 1 mil, weren't
Yeah.
they? Dearest house is like 40.
Honestly. So you saw it in San Diego?
Go on.
Billy Garton.
Oh, Billy, yeah?
Yeah.
Top man.
Yeah, he was over there, wasn't he, for the game?
man.
Running a little soccer school with his
Yeah,
son.
good
We was
lad,
chatting to
Billy.
him, top man in there.
K-Stan Billy.
Yeah.
That's what he was known as in the
He
day.
was like a proper fan who played for United, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He
He
was
lived
like
the
you
dream.
playing for United.
Yeah, he lived the dream,
like,
Billy.
Fergie used
Had
to ask
bad
him
injuries,
about,
didn't he? Bad injuries.
he had injuries and he got Emmy.
Yeah,
And
correct,
like
yeah.
this was at a time when people didn't understand it as well.
Yeah.
So Fergie's looking at him going, you can't be bothered
Not
with that,
lingering.
man. Yeah, come on. What's the ailment here? What's the injury? And it's like, I'm just knackered constantly, dead quickly. But
Lovely
he,
lad.
We had a
Lovely
Guinness.
yeah.
No, top lad, Billy.
Yeah.
Like saying, lived our dream.
Yeah, he did, and we was chatting to him, and he watches the channel, so big shout out to him.
Yeah.
Good stuff, his son as well. But yeah, mate, what a journey as well from Salford to San Diego, which will be the story of my autobiography. Mike Keegan, I don't know if it's the Mike Keegan who writes the Daily Mail, probably not, says, yes boys, let's reminisce about the 06-09 absolutely electric football. Zaha was a player when fit, Ronaldo the best version of any Prem player, young Rooney, Rio, Vidic, etc., while the third rebuild of Fergie. Zaha was one of those players where if he hadn't got injured, he'd be talked about with any striker in the Premier League, but he got injured a lot.
Loved him.
It wasn't that. It was basically if he wasn't mentally in the head 100% fit, he wouldn't play. That's from an ex-player in the team.
What,
mate.
Saha?
Yeah.
He
If he had a little bit of a niggle, which the likes of Mark Hughes had played through and all that, wouldn't play. End of story.
Really?
Wouldn't play. Great player, wasn't he? Great player.
Two-footed.
Great player. Fast.
Absolute hand grenade of a player.
Yeah, he was. So
doesn't get spoke about highly enough for me.
But do you know what he did that we'll never ever get over? He shot himself right in the foot in the World Cup semi-final in 06. He came on with 10 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, and he'd had a yellow the round before or the game before. So his only thing is, right, France are winning, going through the World Cup final. Don't get booked, and you're playing in a World Cup final because they needed him as well. Yeah. And he did an absolute 2-footer in front of the ref. Got a booking, and then was out of the fucking World Cup final.
Did he get a medal?
I'll never forget watching.
Do you know what?
He got a runners-up medal.
I'm here for it because it's a fucking melon.
Yeah, but it was like all you've got to do is just come on and just not do anything stupid. He's playing the World Cup final, and he could have won it for him. Honestly,
Mourinho tells about Balotelli.
Go on, remind us.
I think they were playing in Russia, and he was the only fit
Kiev or whatever.
The only fit striker he had. Ukraine. He got booked in the first couple of minutes, and he said he spent all the half time.
Yeah, that's Balotelli.
Balotelli saying to him, "Don't do anything daft." 2 minutes in, he elbowed someone and got sent off.
Mate, honestly, players like that, there's nothing you can do.
Do you remember the derby when we obviously played City the derby, and we're all walking back into town, a big mob of United going into town, and he's only got out driving down in that camouflage car, bibbing us to get out of the way.
Really?
Imagine doing that to us.
Mate. We was at the Soccer Dome once, right? Was at the Soccer Dome.
Character did a lot for charity. He scored round, didn't he?
He was all right. Like, I met him. I know everyone hates him because he's a bad player for City. But we was at the Soccer Dome, and I was at reception chatting to my mates, and all these lads walked through. And you have to pay, obviously. This is a Friday night, so we stopped and said, "Lads, you can't just walk in. You've got to pay." And it was him and his mates, and he said, "Look, I'll pay. I just want to get in there quick before anyone sees me." And we were like, "Well, the pitches are full." So he said, "All right, is there somewhere I can wait?" So we've got a pitch for you in half an hour. So he came and sat in the office with us, and we were chatting to him, and he was sound. And then he gave me mate his phone to look after, and went and played, and his phone didn't have a lock on it. So my mate was just looking through his phone. My mate's a blue though, so he didn't do anything with it. But it was just like, that's nutty, innit? Just giving a random guy your phone and just say, "I'll look after that for me," when there isn't even a lock on it.
Is he still playing him?
Balotelli, I don't know. I don't think so. He must be getting on a bit now, innit? But he was crazy when he was always up to something.
When he walked off the pitch, was it when he got racially abused with that back in Italy?
Yeah, I think he got a bit of grief because it can't be easy being a.
I think he got sent off for refusing to carry on, and something happened.
Do you remember him in the friendly where Mancini took him off because he did that back heel when he was through on goal messing about? Yeah. Mancini went.
He didn't give a monkeys, did he? Throwing darts at the kids out the window.
Fireworks in his house.
Yeah.
Clayton M says, "Hope you are doing well, Steve. Did you ever tie Ugarte to Rotterdam?" Webby.
Oh, I meant to do it the other day.
What's the wildest thing you've done to get into a ground? And Jay, top night out with you and Motty.
I daren't say on air, because you will get banned. So read the book when it comes out.
Are you writing the book or what?
Yeah, but
when you say what process are we when it comes to writing this book?
It'll be mad. It'll be a good read.
So we've not started it yet?
No, I've had a few people who've come to me and I'm umming and ahhing, but I couldn't say on air the maddest thing I've done to get in a football ground because you'd get shut down.
Have you got someone to write your book?
I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
All right, okay.
Why do you fancy doing it?
No, I was going to say, it'd be a laugh. I mean, I'd happily do it if you struggle, but I know someone who would.
Yeah,
I know I've got a guy
I'm like that at the moment.
Scotty'd write his book for him.
I'm like that at the moment.
Scotty'd write for you. If you get stuck, Scotty will give you. I mean, if you've already got someone, I don't want.
Yeah. But like saying, I daren't say on here, you know, it was pretty.
Can you tell us the one that's? I mean, we had Steve Black on here, and he told us some stories, and some of his were a bit close to the bone.
Yeah.
He pretended at one point like that.
I once got in.
He pretended that someone was his carer.
Right, well,
that kind of thing.
I once went to Wembley, Charity Shield again.
Yeah, charity begins at home.
Halfway down, realised my tickets were on top of the fireplace at home.
All right, okay.
So a mate of mine, from Droylsden called the Hanson Butcher.
He knows him, Steve.
Do you know him, the Hanson Butcher from Droylsden?
What's his actual name?
Duncan Stewart.
No.
He got me in.
Hang on.
He got me in.
Duncan Stewart, is that right?
Said I was blind.
What was his missus called?
Oh, he's not got a missus. He's not got a missus.
The Hanson Butcher, he hasn't got a missus?
No. Well, that's why we call him the Hanson Butcher, because he'd frighten a police horse. You know what I mean?
There was Stewart's lived opposite me on my old street.
Was one of them not that good looking?
Was that Ruskin Road?
No, but
Let's not start.
I'm not. My dad still lives there. So I'm not fucking
Let's
putting
not
it out
start
for him, no.
doxing ourselves on here. The last 16 years is someone at his dad's house over a comment he made a year ago.
He's blind, and the stewards just looked at me, the door, and let him in, and then let me in.
What, so you pretended your mate was blind? Or you?
No, I was blind. Who said that?
Really? I bet it was the worst impression of a blind person.
It was, because we were about 5 minutes later at the bar singing with the Reds.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine. Yeah. That's not too bad, though, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad.
No, I can't say one of the. I daren't, mate. No.
Right, okay. Well, we'll leave it at there.
Abhinav Roker, when Robbo got his red, was
you? Go on, tell us about Sunderland.
Got a height kicking after the match.
You did?
Yeah, me and Young kid Anthony Young from Drellsden. Just because we're United fans.
What, and you just bumped into a load of Sunderland fans?
We just went in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What, in the boozer?
We'd no boozing straight back. We went down to Roker Park in a Fiat Panda.
Oh, right, okay.
And we went in the shop for some goodies on the way home, come out and got a right kicking.
Oh, did you?
So we got beat and got a kicking. Great. And I'm going home in a Fiat Panda.
I'm good. I'll do that now. Abhinav Kanagat, who's been a member of the Academy for 39 months, says, who among the great kids are really good? What about Kai Rooney and Ronaldo Jr.? Any future prospects like them for United? I think this is the obvious one, is it Jack Fletcher, who's Darren Fletcher's son, who didn't he bang in a worldie the other night?
Yeah, Barnsley, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the other one? Is he Toots?
Yeah.
Are they twins?
Yeah, the twins. I think Jack's just a bit of a better player.
Yeah. So
what a mad nightmare that is. Your twin brother, same upbringing, same DNA, same everything, same opportunities. Well better.
Yeah, I know. That is a bit.
Hey, listen, if he's
annoying.
half like his dad, had been mint, because we lost that final against Barcelona, and that was one of the things to me. We missed Fletcher that day.
Wasn't a red either.
No, at Arsenal, never a red.
Never.
It was a
Never
tackle.
red.
That ref was a joke. Fellas, give it to me. Single. Yeah. Do you want your grooming routine to be a one and done deal? Well, I do, so don't worry. The days of using the same trimmer for your face and for your balls are over, right? Because Manscaped have got you covered with their beard and balls bundle. And when you think of your beard or your balls, and when you think of Howson, yeah? Think of Stephen Howson. Using the code Howson, you get 20% off and free shipping. Well, what are you getting for your 20% off? What is the actual discount off? I'm going to tell you. First of all, you're getting the hedge trimmer, yeah? What's the hedge trimmer, you ask? Well, it's for your beard. It's the beard hedger. Yeah, so you're going to shape up your beard. It's got 20 length options. It's got the titanium-coated stainless steel T-blade, so you can have whatever length you want on your beard. It's going to get you covered, yeah? Also, as well, you've got the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra 4 down there, yeah? So down there's going to look mint. Up there's going to look mint. You're going to look the business, whether you've got your pants down or not. You're going to look great. Plus, you've got your 20% off, and you've got your free shipping thanks to Manscaped. So if you want to look good there, if you want to get the hedge trimmer, go and get that, the beard hedger. Get your Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, which is the biggest advancement in below-the-waist grooming the world has ever seen. You get all that good stuff. You get 20% off, and you get free shipping thanks to Manscaped and the special deal they've got for this channel. Using the code Howson, your balls will thank you, and you will look the part. Whether you've got a little smoothie like me, or you've got a beardy like him, or somewhere in between like him, you're going to look great, and don't worry about that. You know Manscaped's got your balls covered. You don't know that by now, you must be completely fucking stupid. So check out the link in the description. Your balls and your face will thank you. Big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast.
Mike Fergus.
Go on.
Mate of mine. Yeah. Hi guys, Webby knows me.
Mike Fergus.
I don't hear any money, do I? Because I'm peppermint at the moment.
Is Steve still tying Ugarte to Rotterdam? Is that what you're working on? I feel like...
I think I've got it.
Go on. Yep.
Manuel Ugarte is from which country?
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah. See, knowledge.
World Cup 1974. Webby was there, you'll remember. Perhaps the greatest individual performance by a footballer at a World Cup.
Yeah.
Johan Cruyff against Uruguay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think it was in the group stage. I think.
Wow.
Cruyff individually recorded over 100 individual touches himself as Holland beat Uruguay. Johan Cruyff famously managed Barcelona.
Yep.
Against Manchester United.
Yep.
In 1991 at Rotterdam. Therefore, Manuel Ugarte to Rotterdam.
That's good. I like that because you didn't have to go around the houses. It was quite quick.
Yeah. I like going around the houses though.
I know you do.
I'd like to add 7 steps.
I know you do. I know that's your favourite thing, but I quite like the succinctness of that. What was you saying about Rotterdam before? You got something planned? Are you doing something on that?
No,
Was that a private conversation that I've just shared? But
yeah, well, I'm looking at that for next year. Looking at doing a night with Brian Robson and Mark Hughes, but I've got a night coming up.
Go on, tell us about your night.
Friday, the 20th of September, Hotel Football. I've got Ryan Giggs, Andy Cole, Dennis Irwin, David May, with Andy Mitten talking to the lads about the treble.
Joe, we only need 3 of them.
Yeah.
About the treble. Looking forward to it. Going to be a great night. If you want a ticket, there's a few left at Hotel Football.
Who's that? Cole, Giggs,
Irwin and David May.
Someone else, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be a great night. Looking forward to it. So get your tickets to Hotel Football.
Oh yeah, Clayton.
And I'll have a pint with you.
Clayton says, "What would be the title for your book?"
What would be the title for your book, Webber?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Who's that from?
Yeah. That's from Clayton.
What will it be? I'll find something before the show ends and see if you like it.
Yeah, I like it. There's lots we could go with. I mean, any suggestions? What could we call Webby's book? Hey, give us your suggestions in the chat. Let us know, because this could be your chance, right?
Yeah.
This book
I could use it.
You could say, like, look, I came up with a title.
Oh, Tangled Web, like that.
A tangled web.
Tales from the Canal.
I tell you what.
Tales from the Canal.
Fuck. There's been a few tangles, Steve, I tell you.
Jibbing and jiving, says Jed's Dead Baby. I quite like that. The Webs of Manchester. Old Ed Red. A Life of Jibbing, says Santa Notch. The Life of a Roadie.
I pay for everything, me. That's slander, that.
Yeah. Hey. I'm sure you did.
Bad as a box of frogs.
Which is kind of like Webby's saying, innit? It's one of his sayings. We'll find a link to that Hotel Football evening. I think if you go on Mitten's Twitter, I think he's posted something. We'll put a link in the chat. We can help push that. The Adventures of Webby Skip Rat and the Motley Crew. You mentioned your mate, small
Charlotte's
person.
Webber. Remember Charlotte's Web?
I do remember Charlotte's Webber. Yeah.
Is that about a pig?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Notorious.
King Drew Dennis says King Webby.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, we can call it that if you want. I wanted to ask you about Skip Rat, because did you say you didn't go to Wembley?
He didn't go to Wembley. I've not been able to get hold of him. No
Has
doubt.
he got a phone?
It's not his.
Right,
It won't be his. It won't be his phone.
Right, okay.
It's impressive people over there. I got an uncle,
listen,
right, and got a phone.
How are you functioning without a phone?
You have to message his wife, and she's like, "I'll pass it on."
Who is it?
I can't text him because he can't read. So there's no point texting him, is there?
But you've got a thing on your phone where you can send a voice note.
It's true.
Right. I mean, you're not that old. Like, you must know about voice notes.
Only recently. I thought, who's that sending me?
You're about 8 years older than me, are you?
Hey, listen, I only learnt to copy and paste the other month, so don't.
Right, okay, I'm not knocking you. It's a learning every day.
No, so I will get hold of him. I expect him to pay for Liverpool game, because his love for Liverpool is as big as ours. So I expect the rat to be about for Liverpool, jibbing around.
Is it at Old Trafford, or is it?
Yeah, it's Old Trafford. He'll be jibbing around the forecourt.
Do you get him in? Do you help him get in, or do you leave him to it?
He's got the betting slip, hasn't he? Works wonders, that, Jake. You know what I mean? Not just for one use.
Not anymore with a fucking QR code.
Yeah, can you even jib in Old Trafford anymore?
Tommy Dunn does it every game.
Does it? Mate, he's an absolute legend. He does also. I don't know.
I'd have to say, if you were jibbing in Old Trafford now, I think it's the Sweets.
Yeah. Do you know what? Took the words right out. You cannot do it in the normal ones, but maybe in the Sweets you can get away with it. Because there as well, it's like, I'm on a list, or my name should be on there. People get flustered. You're giving it a bit of that.
You've got the gift of the gab. He's got it upstairs.
Yeah, he's got. All right, just go on then. Do you know what I mean? I'm part of this corporate.
I've got a tie on, look.
Yeah, exactly.
Would
if you look the part,
with a tie on?
Me and you've got no chance. Unless we got suited and booted, then maybe.
Keith says Anthony does it every week.
Nice. Stretford's Web says the perverse adventures of Uncle Webby and other tales. Scott Ford. That's a different book, that, isn't it? No, we don't need to go into that.
I was looking at something like. It's like giving a monkey a machine gun. I like that. That's one of my phrases. I like that.
Like giving a monkey a machine gun. Yeah. So use it in a sentence for those who don't know.
My book might be called.
Yeah.
No, like. How can I? It's like
Nicely
giving
done. Nicely done.
How can I put it? Jurgen Klopp when he was at Liverpool. 100 million to buy a centre forward. It's like giving a monkey a machine gun.
Right, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, that just really. There's a few of them I like on there, but.
Like that, the World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web.
Not the dark web, I hope.
Can you tell us who's writing it with you?
It's one who did Tony's book. I don't know his name.
Okay. So you've got a proper author.
Yeah, I forgot.
You've got a proper author.
To be honest, Jay,
Go on.
I'm not
You must
being
have some
funny.
good pictures
I
as
have
well.
got some good pictures and good stories, but he wants to read about me on a Friday night when his pub's open.
Come on, mate. Come on.
You know what I mean?
Seriously, right?
No,
I'm not being funny.
no,
right?
seriously.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, your book would be far more entertaining and informative and just a better read than some of the absolute drivel that he's written about our football club.
When
Because
you
I've
see,
gone in
like, the
bookstores and
fiction
seen, yeah,
written about, like, what's it called? The one at Arsenal? Fever Pitch.
Fever.
Oh yeah, now
Is it fiction,
Nick Humber. It's a series. It's like
Was that
what he
from
did-
EastEnders?
No, that's
that Nick
Curly
Hobbs?
Watts. No, Nick Hornby
Hornby wrote it.
wrote and
But wasn't he in it?
Curly Watts is in it.
Yeah.
It's fiction,
Not
isn't it?
Curly Watts. Curly Watts. What's his name? Lofty. Lofty's in it.
It's not real. It's not an autobiography, is it?
There's parts of it that are real. Yeah, basically what he's done is it's like he's kind of in cold-blooded it. You know, like with Trim Quell. He's taken like his life and his story of going to the game and made it into this sort of
Right.
story. So there's a little bit of fiction.
So it's not.
Yeah,
the ultimate.
but there are some good bits in it. I always tell you to read the Gus Caesar bit. That's really good, that. Have you read Fever Pitch?
The point I'm making
Is that about who's that?
It's about Nick Hornby's time as a United fan, as an Arsenal fan. No.
Ultimately, though, to a lot of people around the gaff, especially when you think about the post-Premier League era and the way football got sanitised and changed, I think there's still an angle for that because you are a well-known United fan and you have lived through some shit that people would like to know about.
Yeah, true.
I'd read it, for starters. Like, I'd enjoy the fuck out of reading that. There's so many, like, ordinary... Like, you don't have to have been... Like,
I just don't want to be all about blags and all that. I just want it about my time, about when I've been to the new camp and then when I've been to the San Siro and getting oranges and bananas through at me.
Yeah.
No different story of it. Maybe one day I'll do it when I finish doing my other stuff. Then it might be a couple of years, it might be, I don't know.
But I think your book could be the perfect sort of mix of everything.
It'd be like a Christmas filler, couldn't
No,
it?
it could, right? Genuinely, because you read someone like Cass Pennant or someone like that. I know he's not a United fan, but or even Tony Neal, where there's a lot of element of getting into scraps and stuff like that.
We're not that in it.
Right, but even if you wanted to include a little bit of that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then
well, it happened, though.
Yeah,
So
it's not like you're lying. And if those stories are interesting, but the entire book doesn't have to be the time, you know, you went to Upton Park and kicked lumps out of each other or whatever. You can have a bit of that and also have a bit of the stuff that you've done that other Reds won't have done in terms of the access you've had, the relationship you've had with certain players, not just United players, but like your little Batistuta stories and stuff like that, which is like, really, that's mint.
Well, yeah, that's the point. You're not a fucking normal Red at all, actually.
But
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
And I think that would be
when I'm proper skin. You never know.
But
I was like saying,
because all you've got to do is sit
I've got
down.
memories up there from
you sit down with your
80s.
author and spend a few days.
2 or 3 books out of it.
You spend a
all
few
you've got
days.
to do is make it. There's got to obviously be a free act structure to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you've got to figure out which stories align with that and keep them in, and the ones that don't, well, do you know what, this Juventus story don't actually add anything to the angle that we're trying to say here, so fuck it off and go on a different route with it. But I think you've got them for days.
This Heaven Soul makes a good point here, right? And this is why I've always had nothing but love and respect for people like Webby. Well, for Webby himself and others like Webby, like Coco and Sam and all them lot, because they were sort of pioneers to me. As a person of colour, I think hearing about the ordeal of being a football fan in the 70s and 80s will resonate. Putting all that aside and being brave enough to travel despite the racism and hooliganism. And I've said this to you loads of times, Webby. When I was a kid, you used to look up to people like you and Sam and all them lot and Coco, because you were like, having it and going on the aways and going in there and taking all that.
Obviously not so much what Sam and Coco, God rest his soul, took, but
they were.
I got quite a bit.
Yeah, and like I remember being in awe of people like you. Genuinely, I used to look up to them like they've got balls of steel and they don't give a shit, and they will go to them away days and they will take it and I'll have it. Do you know what I mean? And by the time I was going on my own in the 90s, it wasn't as bad, nowhere near as bad in the 70s and 80s, but you still had a bit of that. But it made you sort of, a little bit more confident. Go on, have you got...
Alison, I want a signed copy of your book.
There you go, you see. Hey, well, if you when you write this book, you can come on here and you can plug it.
Yeah.
And tell everyone about it. And you can
do it. Definitely.
Yeah, I might. Let's see what happens. His life's too short.
Steve can put it on his bookshelf of his other 427 football autobiographies that he's got. How many have you got? Do you know? Do you even ever count them? Have you bought one lately?
You told me last time, Steve, about I'm after now a good book to read. Now I've got my new glasses. You mentioned in one.
Angle do you want to go on then?
No, you mentioned one the other week, and it shocked me a bit who you picked. and I can't think. Remember the book you've read recently? You mentioned it on here, saying it was a top book, and I can't think to
Autobiography?
Yeah.
Was it McGrath's?
Paul McGrath's is deep.
Paul McGrath's was, for the longest time, the best autobiography I've ever read.
Go on. It might be Paul McGrath.
It only got knocked off by Tyson. Tyson's is fucking...
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson went above it. But, yeah...
If you was got to pick one now, what would you say to me?
It depends what you're after.
See, I was a massive Mike Tyson fan growing up, but I'm also a massive Paul McGrath fan. And what he did at Villa when he left United, I was looking out for him for Ireland as well.
You know, that commando weekend that we had the lads on?
Yeah.
One of the instructors is his son.
Paul McGrath's son? Shut up. Really? That's
The one
mint.
with fucking guns for days.
That's class, that. Paul McGrath was like... I was always gutted I never saw the best of Paul McGrath. I was too young. I remember him when I was a little kid. I remember, him and Remy Moses, looking at him thinking, they look a bit like me. But I don't remember him properly. I just remember buzzing off the fact that there was, black players playing for Manchester United.
Was it a football book?
Yeah, I think it was.
While you're looking at that, Luke H, as an Aussie Red, I'd read it. Got to know the law, Lore. Keith Kelly says fans like Webby should be ambassadors for the club. He embodies Manchester United's history as culture. Jed91 says Webby is a fucking legend of United fan.
99 Webby. 99 is one of the best I've read recently.
I've not even read that. Do you want? I've got a copy, right? And I'll bring it in because it's sat in my house, and I keep saying to him, I'm going to read it. He keeps telling me he's going to watch Dead Man's Shoes, and neither of us have done the things we keep saying.
The Club's another good one by Jonathan Clegg and Joshua Robinson. That's a fucking excellent one. It basically talks you through the clubs becoming PLCs and how the Premier League became a thing, and it's fascinating. And it's interesting because it goes right up to the modern day and how Manchester City are just trying to break out of all of the collective agreements that have happened with everyone. Selfish twats.
Here's a good one. Jed's Dead Baby says McGrath versus Italy in '94 remains the greatest defensive performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, probably right. He was superb.
He was classic.
First Premier League player of the year.
Yeah, defender as well. Everyone goes on Van Dijk.
Yeah.
You won't get that. PFA player.
Never trained, did he?
No.
Just turned up on a Saturday.
Right, he used to get levered before the game as well.
I remember the
bottles of Southern Comfort before
the old
kick-off.
Shoot magazine we all used to buy.
Yeah,
we used to have a player profile, didn't it, at the back every week. Paul McGrath favourite drink, Coca-Cola. I'll never forget that. Pulled him on that. Stopped boat one day and I went, Paul, he was just laughing at me.
Hey,
I'll never forget the night. I might have said it on here already. When him and Norman was in the studio at Old Trafford.
Is this what Fergie's seen his ass about?
And he never played for us again.
They were levered, weren't they?
Rat-arsed.
Yeah.
The Friday night before. We played QPR on the Saturday at home in the Cup.
Yeah.
Steamboats.
Yeah. He said it in his book, his first book, Managing My Life. He said it was all that when it cooey and all that when they were on
Ellen
Wellesby. That says it all out, doesn't it? Bloody hell. Hey, there's a name you can't forget. Jordan Clark says we love Webby. Yes, we do. Dat Fish 99 says Dead Man's Shoes is one of the best ever. Yes, it is.
No, I've been watching recently.
Go on.
Love 8. Have you watched it yet? Did you watch Kin?
Yeah, love Kin.
Well, this is similar to Kin, but better.
The Irish Gangsters.
Love 8. Love 8.
Put me
Brilliant.
off it. We were talking about our mate Steve the other day. He, before I was watching it, right, and he recommended. He said, "Oh, you need to watch it." And he said it gets good in the third series. And I thought, I ain't got time.
What, Love 8?
Yeah.
No, it got good straight away.
Really? Because I thought I ain't got time to waiting for 3 series.
No, Jay, get on it, mate. Get on it.
Kin's minting it. Have you seen Kin?
This is better than Kin.
Really?
This is better than Kin.
Kin is unreal. Yeah. Irish Gangsters, mate, and it's bowdy.
Jesus.
Honestly, you'd love it. It don't fuck about as well. It's not one of them where it's a slow burner. No, straight into it. People getting shot left, right, and
the first one of Love 8, someone gets blown.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I was like...
Kid outside the shop.
Right, I might have to give it a go, a proper go.
TV and film haven't done Mancunia the justice it deserves.
Well, they haven't. What's Mancunian in TV and film?
How's there not been a fucking Mossad Gunchester Netflix series or something like that? You've had how many South London
Top Boy and all that. Top Boy and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Years.
Why has there not been a fucking Gunchester one?
Yeah. Seriously, you think about when we was kids, what was going on, mate.
Every day,
wasn't it? It was bad, wasn't it? Like Moss Side was world famous.
Family's Moss Side, so go and see in family, and you're kind of like.
I remember when we used to go down the main road. We used to when we was kids from Pints and going down there, and it was like, we
I always remember when
the thing is, people still say, "Ooh, Moss Side," and you go, "Ooh, what? It's fucking what is there a new
students go to live there now?" And it always burns my head out when you meet a student from wherever who's moved up to Manchester. Oh, where you living? They go, I'm living in Moss Side. You think, what? Because I still
of course. I always remember when I run the church football team, the registration secretary lived on that estate there.
Yeah.
And he had 3 players there to sign on. I shit myself going on for him to sign these forms because it was at the height of the trouble.
Yeah.
But if I didn't go on, they couldn't have played for me on the Sunday in a massive league game. But Carter stepped out of the car, come back into the car, stepped out. It was something about an hour. Ran to his door, rang him, said, get your door with a pen, sign me these, I'm off.
Do you know who put an end to all that though? One of the reasons they put an end to all that was all the mums and that.
Yeah.
Mothers getting, Patsy Mackay and all them lot and others just getting together.
Why hasn't there been...
Like, not having this.
Maybe it's in the pipeline, you never know. But I know they've missed the thing now, but like you're saying, there was a thing there and I'm surprised no one's got all over it.
But the thing is, it was 30 years ago and it still resonates now and still impacts the culture of Moss Side now, but no one's ever made content in that sort of sense. Like, when you think about, some of the stuff that you see coming out of London for like English films or series and things like that, Manchester just gets overlooked.
It's weird, that, isn't it? Because everything that's happened in Manchester on that front, and then there's like you say, there's nothing. I love this. Some right, there's loads of comments here. There was one, I can't find it. Or where was it? Someone said you lot may as well be talking gibberish when we were all chatting.
That's rude, that, isn't it?
It's like, they obviously didn't understand what we were on about.
Think about say Lockstock. And how that brings together like so many different like aspects of different.
Oh yeah,
cultures.
sorry. James Hungersinger said you lot might as well be talking Greek. Sorry, we're just talking about.
When they like the different sort of gangs and stuff like that in London.
The gangs of Manchester, have you read that?
I think I have done.
There's loads in there. There's one about like Gooch and Donington, which is quite.
There's one called Gunchester, I think.
Yeah, there's one like I don't know if it's the same one.
What's that this morning? I was just flicking through YouTube, waiting for the cricket to start. About the pusher. You know,
it's not real.
I know. Let us finish, Stephen.
Yes, Stephen. You know you're in trouble now. He stopped calling you Steve. For starters, all the calls you that and started goes, no, it's not. No.
It's not real.
That was my.
Statistically,
I was going to go look for him tonight.
Statistically, fucking normal amount of people falling in canals.
That was my reporting heyday.
Get in town and have a mooch for him.
Honestly, people like wanted to believe it, and if you look at
the thing about the sorry, I went to about the kid was from Stockport. His mum was on that. How he ends up. Right near me.
Yeah.
Salford has just been that bladdered and took the wrong turn.
It was all a similar thing. It's lads walking. A lot of lads walking.
You're going to tell me Father Christmas isn't real now as well. I just knows me Dave right up, Stephen.
Well, obviously, we're not going to say that because it's not true.
Man.
The Mr. Callum podcast says, Steve, please continue Howson versus Love from Perfect. Oh, don't you worry about that. There's absolutely zero chance of him stopping that. That's my favourite part of this channel.
Me going off the Talk Sport usually.
Well, I know you don't, but I've done a video a day and I've slaughtered TalkSport. I've lost it. I've lost it.
Like someone says, like, oh, it's like slaughtered TalkSport when somebody go on it. I've been on TalkSport recently.
I've been on it.
You can say what he wants about it. And listen, I'll go on TalkSport and I still think
Sports there today.
Yeah,
Joe Smith's there today.
And I still think some of what goes on TalkSport is utter shite, and I'll say that. That's fine. But what made me laugh, that video you did the other day, I was in there, right, and I was watching the clip we put out on socials and I was crying, honestly. Just you're such a wordsmith.
I was going to come get up the other Sunday, Steve, for that match. I've seen the highlights on Victor FE's.
That goal.
What's on? What you're on weekend? Are you playing?
Oh, that's my second line.
At Charleston.
No, it's we're at Hyde now this season.
Right.
Suits us on the free Soz. But yeah, we're at A-Dot tomorrow.
Play at Salford. And I reckon me, you'll be there every week.
Did I tell you about, so obviously he's a mutual friend, but I was chatting to G-Nev in Germany about facilities, and Carrie goes, why don't you use a cliff? Why, what?
What's going on here?
Why don't you like hide a cliff out? Because I'm saying these facilities are a fucking nightmare. There's not enough facilities and not enough training pitches, playing pitches, all that sort of stuff. We've got to deal with Hyde this season. We've been there all season. Happy days. But like I could really do with extra places for training and shit like that.
Where are most of your lads from, Steve?
Big mix, to be honest. Yeah.
So they could get to the cliff. Would that be?
It's not going to happen, is it? Because it's a fucking cliff. But
Salford have got one pitch or two pitches now on Littleton Road.
Yeah. Well,
but have to train when the United kids thing. So like they're training at 12:30 now. When they're on a break from the morning to the afternoon tournaments. But on there, it's something they needed to do because where they were training wasn't that great. It was always getting flooded.
We were chatting about this.
Which is
he mentioned he's got Littleton Road.
It's part of Salford, isn't it? You know, it's part of their local thing, so they should be able to train there.
But he goes, couldn't you get the cliff? And I went, what do you mean couldn't I get the cliff? And he goes, well, you can hire the cliff out, you know. And I went, no, you can hire the cliff out. I said, I don't think we have the same sort of pull. And he goes, you need to speak to you know who at United. And he was there on a tour. So I asked him on a tour. And he wasn't a no, actually.
Right.
But what's the cost, though, Steve?
We never discussed it. It was more a case of, is it something we could do? Because I'm thinking, Joe, if there's an opportunity to put a friendly on at the fucking cliff, I'll do it. I'll do it just to say I've coached there. Do you know what I mean? It's football heritage.
Because I know for the fact that when they had a big game, the lowers like teams of United, they always wanted to play at the cliff because the pitch
is sensational.
Was the best pitch, better than anyone at Carrington.
Well,
Probably better than Old Trafford.
They do the early rounds of the FA Youth Cup at the cliff, don't they? Because it's fucking beautiful. And they should. I think if you're an under-18s player at Manchester United, there should be some sort of rite of passage to play at the cliff. You know, for it to be Charlton, Best, Edwards, you know, Giggs and Beckham and Cantona and all them greats that have played at this gaff.
Wasn't that hard there the other day? You not really filmed that hard?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was. I enjoyed that. I thought you two might have been appeared on that.
Maybe it wouldn't go on official merchandise things, but it was
on it. I've seen a couple of YouTubers on it.
Angry Ginger, I think, was on it.
He's everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's from Eccles.
Good lad. I quite like him. I think he's a good lad. I don't know.
He's sound. He's sound. Yeah. Who else was on it?
Though, doesn't he?
Yeah. We did. Steve managed him a little while ago, didn't you? For 45 minutes.
Yeah, I took him off him shit. To be fair, I put Julian Lescott up for him, and he was shit and all. So
he got fingered as well. I mean, sorry, I meant the curly finger.
I had to.
He got fingered. I meant pulled off. What? That was worse.
Ash actually fucking held it together for us.
Ash was mint, right? Ash was like watching Franco Baresi.
Who's that?
Ashley Williams.
Yeah.
He was mint. And at one point, you had a centre-back pairing of Ashley Williams and Julian Lescott playing in this fundraiser for the Len Johnson statue, by the way. Go and check it out. It was crazy. Yeah, it was. But the crowd were there to see Angry Ginge. Very, very popular guy.
Where was it at?
It was at FC.
Oh, right.
It was against the FC United legends. There was one guy I wanted for FC who was mint.
There was a couple.
Yeah, well, to be fair, there was more than one. He was quite like 37 or whatever, still had it because he was like FC United legend.
I think he's playing for Stretford this season.
Yeah, he was really good. But we had a few. Macca as well, man. Macca, it was there for him to bang one in and he didn't.
Oh, fucking hell.
But Steve J, what did you make of Perth Optus Stadium? And Mr. Callum says, there's a couple of people who've been in the chat about Perth Reds.
Nice.
I like it in Perth.
Nice. I just don't like. It's obviously a cricket pitch.
Yeah.
So you know what I'd love more than anything is us to get invited somewhere, say us free, to your beach, in San Diego, doing one of these. That'd be mint. That,
you know what made me laugh about Webby, right?
It'd be mint. That
when we used to do the radio show, I remember you'd say someone would ring up and they'll go, "Hi, I'm James from Houston," and he'll be like, "Hi, James, you all right? Whereabouts in Houston you from, son?" "Oh, I'm from here." "Oh, look, that sounds great, right? Yeah. And someone else will ring up, "Hi, mate, where are you from?" "I'm from Norway." "Whereabouts in Norway?" "All right." And I used to always say to him, "Why do you always ask him where they're from and all this?" Or like go into like the details and go, "Because you never know, Jay, you might get an invite."
Always big up the place. No point slagging it off.
You might get an invite round and all that.
Listen, at the moment, I've not even been to Lower Ancoats.
You've been all around. Don't give me that toss. You've been everywhere.
Yeah, recently I haven't.
Right.
So
you'd be like, this way. He wants a little like,
I've mint that on your beach in San Diego doing the brew.
Yeah.
How mint would that be?
That'd be great if anyone wants to make that happen.
Honestly, I am 20 minutes away from just fucking banging out and moving over somewhere like that.
Yeah, it was unreal. It's probably my favourite place to go, San Diego.
San Diego's got an energy.
Maybe we could do it at Sale Water Park.
Fucking hell, Webby. That drops off, didn't it? We went from doing it on the best beach in the world probably I've ever been on in San Diego to go to fucking Sale Water Park, which is about 20 minutes from your house, and I never go anyway. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go and do the Brew on Sale Water Park, you two can go.
It'd be nice, though, wouldn't it?
To be honest, Sale Water Park is alright. It's quite nice, but I'm still not.
I do enjoy going and meeting them out there. I love going and seeing how other people sort of experience the match. We don't realise, by the lottery of birth being born around here, to be able to go to Old Trafford hundreds of fucking times.
When I speak to people at the hotel and the coach at 4 o'clock in the morning, for an home game for a 3 o'clock kickoff, and that's dedication. And like saying we're so lucky, we could have been born in where they was from, down Kent or somewhere, and we're so lucky.
Left our house in Droylsden at 2:30 sometimes.
Yeah, mate, I walked home a few times. It's a bit of a mooch, but I did it. Could do it. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to walk. Do you know what I mean? Especially when I'm sulking. You know, when you're one of them ones where you just...
Leave me alone!
Yeah, just fuming, phone off, I'll fucking
But
walk.
I like seeing what people are up to. Did you see that there was something in the... it was on socials this week, wasn't it? I think it's New York, but I could be wrong. It might be
New
LA.
York.
Kentucky.
It's that...
We're off. We've been invited.
the full
Kentucky.
screen...
Right us away, man. Will you put us up? We'll go.
Put us up, we'll be there.
There's a bar that had like a full wall, and it was like being inside Old Trafford. Did you see it? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in LA, wasn't it? It's in LA.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. That was
Could
ridiculous.
see my seat in East, and someone was sat in it, and I couldn't because I was sat in it. What are you doing in my seat?
Yeah, mate. I'd
You know
love
what
that.
I mean? That was mint, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where was that? Was that in
LA, I think. I think it was LA.
Yeah, I think it was either LA or New York.
All right, I thought it was LA, but I might be wrong. I'm not going to.
Well, I like experiencing that. I mean, obviously, we've seen a small element of it. I've seen it in San Francisco for opening game of the season a few years back when I was on my honeymoon. I went and watched it in... Is it Danny Coyle's? Is it called in San Francisco? Fairly famous.
I've
for
only
Reds
been
out there.
Danny Cole. I've only been in San Francisco once. It was years ago.
But I like going and seeing shit like that. You know, I like experiencing sport in other.
You did it when we first went to America. You went and did the Yankees, didn't you? Just to go and do it, basically. Because you were sort of educating me
box
about
stick, innit, man?
American sport. Because you said a lot of it is massively social thing.
Yeah,
Because I was surprised at San Diego how long it took the stadium to fill up. Because halfway through the game, it looked half empty. And then by the second half, it was full. And I was like, where have these people been for the
I'd
first
love to
time?
go and watch a basketball game over there.
Well,
That's
he's
my
done all
bucket
that.
list.
No, I'm not done basketball.
Oh, you did
I'd love
baseball,
to-
didn't you?
I've done
Sorry.
football and baseball. Yeah.
I'd love to that basketball.
Mac has done basketball.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
That's if you ever went to America, and I could, I'd definitely.
Why
take
don't
you
you,
on
next time United in America might get on it with us?
Might not let me in.
Well,
We can try.
They let him in.
Yeah.
Aye.
No, I'd love
And
to.
even I
I'd
got
love
in.
to. That's one of the things is to watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That
Right.
NBA, unbelievable.
You've heard it.
Different kettle of fish.
People in the
So
chat.
any NBA people out there
Yeah.
who can sort us out some free Wilson Pickets.
Yeah.
We're over. I'm
these
definitely
tickets.
on that.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to.
I kind of sort of wrap my head around American sports, and we actually talk about this on the transfer review, which is coming out tomorrow, because there's obviously cricket at Old Trafford at the moment.
Yeah, I saw Alistair Cook before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. At Old Trafford this morning when I was doing my news.
Sir Alistair Cook.
Yeah, that's what I got told.
So, you know, we speak about American sports a little bit on that this morning, but I think football, you actually watch the match for a sport.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of sports, specifically American sports, it is the social thing, and the Yankees very much that. Like, the game's going on, but people are at the bar and they're just chatting.
Yeah.
It almost feels like that's why I think sports bars are so big in America, because the game's on, but
they
we're
can
having a
have-
nap.
Yeah.
And I think football doesn't lend
It's
itself
been
to
like that at Old Trafford for a few years.
Well, do you know what? When we was on the tour,
Kiosk open.
when we've been on the tour, it's been like that a bit for me. Because we've been in the press box, all of us, which is rare, because you're never going to get access over here.
I'm not in there.
Well, you're not in there, and if he is, he's not with us. But no,
I walk in and I go anyway later, because
Yeah,
I'm not watching a game behind glass.
No, he does. But when we have spread those brief, I think there was the Arsenal game was the one where you were there, and then we've had it sort of, yeah, shirtless wonder, and then we've had other ones we've been there, and you end up. I was just chatting because it's a friendly and all that, and it was like one of those games where you didn't watch it.
Webby spinning the tail. That's a nice one. I like
Spinning the tail, yeah, that's
the
good
tail.
stuff. Yeah, that was LA, says Cameron S. I think he's talking about that screen. That screen was sick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we are lucky. We are lucky to get to the games, but we want to be luckier. We want to be over
Webby
in
could pass for McCullough.
America.
No, not a chance. Adam's the top man.
What's that?
Webby could pass for McCullough. I don't think Adam would be happy with that comment, do you? No. I miss Adam. He's a good lad.
Yeah, we need to get you on together. You've not been on a
No,
video
I've not
together.
seen for ages, and I'd love to do a video with him. Joseph.
McGrath.
Joe McGrath.
Mate, Webber, you nearly ended me and him.
He's not on any podcasts, is it? So it's hard to nail down.
The old radio shows with Joe running it. Yeah.
There was one time, right, on the radio show
Scott
where
Stewart.
I thought I was going to die. I genuinely thought I was going to have an heart attack because he made me laugh that much. And then we went live just before, after he'd said what he said, and everyone thought me and Joe had lost the plot because we couldn't speak. Yeah.
Mature. Yeah, mature, yeah. We'll leave it there, I think, lads.
Yeah,
you had to get the words in, didn't we?
Yeah, honestly, I was crying. I could not.
I'll never forget Chelsea away again, getting back.
Oh,
Christ's
mate,
sake, man.
Mate, those are the days. You've got a game tomorrow. You've already told us. Tell us again.
3 o'clock. If you're unfortunate enough to be stuck in Merseyside, we're playing in Skelmersdale at the JMO.
Right,
I've got a great record in Merseyside.
Yeah, good. Keep that up. Go and check out Webby's night with the United
just the
legends.
three of them, just the three of them on stage. Well, one's probably going to get in a photo, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't put him in that thing. Also, big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast. There's a link in the description, 20% off. Use the code Howson. That's been Uncle Webby. That's been Stephen Howson. I've been Jay Motty. This has been The Brew. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.